Oh my god. You gonna peek the audio again?
1,000 subs!
We did it! We can stop the channel now.
We could sell it.
Can we really?
No.
Exactly. I found
seriously.
a guy asked for a shiny quarter for the channel.
one big
and
shiny quarter.
I was thinking about it.
25 cents is all it takes.
Do you know how... You're wearing the shirt. I didn't even think about that when I said quarter. But yeah, guys, hey, we did it. We hit 1,000 subs.
We hit 1,000 subs. To some of y'all, that may be nothing, but to us, it means a lot. I really appreciate
It's
it.
the first rung of the ladder.
I've never thought that 1,000 people could tolerate my bull.
Same. For your, I'm great.
Yeah,
But at the same time, we couldn't have done it, and of course, couldn't have done it. But I mean, like, thank you so much.
Seriously,
like
really
everybody that
appreciate
is subscribed and actually feels. Hopefully, they're not bots, and they want to be part of the community. They're not just like, yo, share for share, dog. You know, but you know,
we didn't follow that.
we didn't follow him back, unfortunately. But yeah, it really means a lot to see that. Not only have we been working really hard on something, but people want to see it.
That's
Luckily,
bonkers. That's really, as an artist, that is crazy.
yeah, because
Like,
that
legit.
never happens.
They
Because you usually make a short film, it's really good, no one sees it, and you die.
Yep. You have 500 views, you get an Oscar.
There you go. That is still crazy to me.
Isn't it
that, like,
bonkers?
yeah, what was it? Neighbor's Window. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's really good.
But yeah, so I guess this episode is not a podcast, so hopefully we
Try to
have
keep it
more than 2 views on it.
Ooh,
But
it's too real about the podcast.
no, it's okay. But
Thank you, people that watch the podcast.
Yeah, seriously. But this is our self-reflection. This is what our ups, our downs, and obviously we're still growing, so we're forever gonna have these ups and downs. But these are some of our favorites.
Yeah, we'll talk about those ups and downs.
Top 2 ups and downs.
I'm not editing this. You know that, right? Okay. Thanks, future Alan. So
It's gonna be a huge no.
it's just gonna be a no. So yeah, let's preface. So we'll do like one L and then one L and then one W, one W.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Number 1L, Watch Mojo. We are sorry for the Zcam E2 review. Fair enough. Okay, so I'm not sorry that we made the video. I appreciate the response it got. So for people that don't know, because it's not on our channel anymore,
It's not listed.
It's not listed on our channel anymore. We made a video called the Zcam E2 review. And gosh dang it, if we usually try to hit about like 10 to 15 minutes of well-produced content, cool effects, all that kind of stuff. And if it's a podcast, we let it go a little bit longer. Maybe there's a couple of little gems in there, but we usually don't go past 15 minutes. We made a 25-minute long review of a camera, and man, did we spend a lot of time on it. And unfortunately, and I appreciate that was the big L, because the community behind that camera that have actually a lot of love for it came in, and it's one thing to say, and some people said they were just like, oh, I'm sorry you didn't have a good time with this camera, which I appreciate. But it's another thing entirely for us to actually get certain things wrong. Now, we didn't get certain features to work. That was just a bug in our camera.
Yeah.
But also the fact that like some of the things we said just weren't correct. And we appreciate that though some of the comments were very mean, we went through and just said like, hey, I appreciate your perspective. And people went through, and though it really hurt to see, they like time coded everything we got wrong.
Detail.
And that's the thing, is you can't get mad. You can feel bad, but and get a little sad.
There's so much love and passion behind.
That's the thing.
Like on both ends, you know, like you and I spent a lot of time making that thing.
Yeah.
And people spent a lot of time, being with it.
Yes.
So it's clear that we didn't
like
get
the whole 25 minutes. Seriously.
Yeah, it's clear that we didn't get the experience that others have.
Yeah.
Right. And it sucks, the app wasn't working well for us. We got the wrong cage.
So much. And that's definitely on us.
It's on us, but like, this is just our experience with
Yeah.
it, right? And that's what we were trying to share.
Yeah.
But like you had a great point.
Yeah, the main thing is that no matter what, and it didn't strike me until right when we started seeing all these comments where I walked over to your like area and you were just like, man, people are hating. I'm like, oh no, what? And so like I look through, and it's the fact that when you produce something well, it has power. And it doesn't matter if you're like, for us, we were trying to be really informal about it and just kind of talk about it, but still tell our experience. That doesn't even matter. If it's produced well enough that people think that you have an authority, then they're going to listen to you. And the main thing is that people in the community said, like, it's one thing for you to have an opinion, but it's another thing for you to get certain facts wrong and for you to be one of the few reviews of this camera and be spreading this misinformation. And I was like, you are right. Like, seriously, because not only did we get certain, like, man, in my mind, I was thinking, like, oh, that's kind of a joke. If people know what they're talking about with cameras, they'll think it's a joke. Where I said, like, oh, this was recorded with Apple ProRes 422 H.264. Those aren't the same. They're completely different on top of it. Like, that is nonsensical. Yeah. And people were just like, you don't know what you're talking about, because I said that. And in my mind, I was just like, oh, well, you can wave that away. You can't. Yeah. When you have the power of that kind of time and attention to a video, to let that slide shows that you either didn't care or you think that that's right, and that's misinformation.
It was a stinking joke, but like it might not sell that way. But
yeah, which isn't bad. Like, and it didn't sell as a joke, and that's the problem. Yeah. If people, at one point we were just like, let's bring in another expert. We meant that as a joke. We're not experts. Like, we work really hard. We have a history in what we do. We are not experts. Yeah, but somebody was like, you can't call yourselves experts. And I was like, that joke didn't land, and that's okay.
Yeah, and it's fine. And the thing with although the amount of some may call hate. A regular YouTube channel, right, would have been like, guys, I'm being attacked, I'm being doxxed, I'm being, But, and I'm not saying that we're better than that, but the fact is that we're in an industry where, like, hey, if somebody corrects you for doing something wrong and they're right, fall on your sword, acknowledge it, and correct yourself. And that's something that is a habit that you and I strive on having, It's
so much so that, like we said, it's not on our channel, and we didn't private it because I would hate to be the person that's like correcting the people like in the video, and then see that's privated and be like, oh, they don't care. Yeah. We unlisted the video and made sure that one of the comments was, hey, we got this wrong. We appreciate that, like, all this stuff you guys are saying, even no matter how mean. Please let us know. This is unlisted. Nobody else can see it, so we don't want to spread any misinformation. Let us know what we got wrong. Yeah. And then we went through, and there were like 50 comments. Tried to respond to almost all of them, and people were really civil. Like, some of them were just like, "Dude, you guys sound like ridiculous." And then, like, right under that, I was just like, "I appreciate your perspective. Like, tell us what we got wrong." And they're just like, "I'm sorry, I called you guys ridiculous," or something like that. Which I really appreciate. That they're just like, "Okay, now I get that this is a human being and not just someone trying to troll
people
us."
Come in thinking that, oh man, they're gonna defend themselves so hard. It's like, no, we're pretty sensible. We want to understand what's going on. We're entertainers.
Yes.
Although, like, we work on film and whatnot, we're still entertainers. Yeah. We want to appease to the mass audiences and have a good time, have funny ha-has. Yeah. And that was an L, and we learned from it.
So what's an L from you?
An L from me has to be our first two videos from the start.
Wait, what about them?
The update and...
Wait. Yeah, the update and the Gemini Man?
Yes, okay. The Gemini Man. Because, like, literally is like, I'm a cinematographer. Roger Deakins, more like Roger Nokins, right?
You want to take that again?
Yeah. And then post two just awful looking videos. They look disgusting. Disgusting.
It's one thing for you to
disgusting.
It's one thing to put out a video. It's another thing for your friends that aren't as like lighting literate to come be like, this looks bad. And maybe not this looks bad, but like, dude, this is dark or something like that.
It was just poorly lit. It was not good.
And we were new to this space, so I think it was that excitement about we were just getting into the space.
I was literally stoked to be like, oh my god, let's get this, let's do something.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm over here like, no, it just didn't. It fell flat. It looks awful, but I mean, look at us now. I mean, come on.
That Sonic video, like that, where, man, that looks so good. Seriously,
I think and you know, it's just that little bit of excitement got to me. I'm glad that everything is a lot better now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, that has to be like by far one of the 100% total cringe moment.
Top 10 cringiest moments from FrameForge.
Alan Daniels said he's a cinematographer, but did this.
Yeah.
What was he thinking?
They reviewed a camera and didn't know what ProRes means. Like, oof. But yeah, are you ready to go on to the wins?
Yes, let's go out to win. So what's a big win for you?
For me, the big win was the first uptick in our channel, which was the Mandalorian video.
yeah.
Because gosh dang it, that was in my mind like I was trying to apply, because I saw the Mandalorian and was like, that's really interesting that they would use anamorphic lenses like this. They don't generally use that on TV shows too much. Why would they do that? And I mean, Netflix is using anamorphics more now. But
Well, anamorphics are becoming cheaper and cheaper.
yeah, surprisingly, like, it'll look so good.
But still.
But in particular, the main reason why would they do that? And so it was the first video that I actually Googled something from our channel and decided to spend the time on it. And I'm really, really glad that people took to that and we're just like, this is interesting, and I tried to put the time to make it well informed and all of those kind of things and do the research, and it seems like people liked it, and that was the first step.
Isn't it great?
To the other stuff. It just felt really validating that not only did I spend the time to make it,
Yeah.
that people spent the time to watch it.
But not just that, it's just like it's an information dump. Right?
It really is.
But
yeah.
it's entertaining, and it's like it's a pill that is easy to swallow, Yeah. I think for me it has to be that stinking Baby Yoda video.
Oh yeah?
Where like literally just right on a trend, hey, what's popular? Hey, what's this? And then like, here's a lesson for you. And like
after I see 20 memes of something, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, we got to make a video.
we got to
now.
make a video.
Yeah.
And like hey, here's a lesson about, the Kuleshov effect and how, hey, I mean, it's literally a piece of like filmmaking history
Yeah.
that is being implemented, and like you just talking about it, explaining it and whatnot, which is fantastic. And people just liked it.
Yeah.
People just enjoyed it, and it warms my heart knowing that people enjoy what we make. I mean, after all, that's what any artist wants.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And at the same time, I mean, we've moved on with other different formats of stuff that we've done. So we also had the Indie Bin episode that I really love, the Action Cine, where like just your attitude during that whole thing is so much fun to watch. Just like, you could do this, that's crazy. This is crazy, So I'm that's the main thing that quickly we can update people on new stuff going on, which in my mind is that we are going to be moving more towards some informational stuff. So we just released the Sonic ring tutorial, and moving more towards videos that will be more informative about what we do, and maybe a little bit more tutorial based, like this is how you do it. And as soon as you're done watching it, you might be able to go do something with that information.
Exactly, yeah.
And I bring that up because we have a video that this guy's, we plopped this behemoth in front of a computer, he smashed on the keyboard, and it made what I think is a really... same Cine attitude of just, not only is it about something that you're really passionate about, and in my opinion very good at, but also a scene that you're really passionate about, and you can tell because you're just like, ooh, it's like, it's great.
Yeah, it's and what is that? What is this episode?
So this episode is going to be a composition breakdown, but it's going to be about cinematography, a cinematography breakdown of we won't spoil the scene, but it's really good.
Yeah.
Unless you want to spoil the scene.
No.
Okay.
And like, I'm glad you bring it up. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But like, how can I say this? Cinematography and composition are things that like, I'm a film student, all right?
Sure.
I went to film school. I have a degree. I get to have a bad stigma already. Well understood, by the way. Well-deserved stigma. But
You wear it well.
I wear it well. No, I don't. I don't wear that. I don't do that. Come on.
I keep that in the closet.
I keep that in the closet.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
but like, but yeah, it's something that I was taught but not emphasized enough.
Okay.
Like, hey, cinematography and composition are two different things, but they're two tools that coexist to showcase a story. And it's something that I slowly discovered through actually working on sets and like doing stuff. Not just staying in school reading books, which nothing wrong with that, right? You have to start somewhere. That's fantastic. That's great.
We got Google now.
We got the Google Docs, but like, it's something that like I wanted to make a video that I feel that I would have watched and like actually learned. It's like, hey, this is something. Ooh, like they didn't teach me this.
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that's what two different things. That kind of thing. Yeah. And I'm nervous about it. I'm always nervous about being in front of the camera. I wear it well. There's
wear it very
whatever,
well.
dude. I don't care. But like
right now.
deep inside, I'm making the peepees and me pantaloons. Stop.
In front of a camera.
In front of a camera.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, yeah, I just hope everyone enjoys it and understands that it's all psychology in a way.
Sure.
Certain things evoke certain different other things.
Okay. Go into that idea of like the new stuff that we're going to be doing is not only are we going to be at NAB unless the coronavirus stops it. Oops. But like hopefully we will be able to meet a bunch of really cool people there and enjoy our time.
In case nobody knows, NAB is a stinking convention for camera people. You guys go to conventions for your anime titties. We go to conventions for camera and lenses.
Should we take that again?
No.
Okay.
What's wrong
Then cut this part out.
What?
Okay.
What's wrong with it?
Me talking about
okay.
it. Cut this part of me saying, should we take it again?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So with NAB, we're gonna be taking anime titties. So with NAB, we're gonna be pumping out a bunch of content about that when it does come. But on that, if it does come, no, we'll make something about it even if it doesn't. But on that note, moving forward, we want to know. Like we've said, we've done a bunch of different types of content. We did the kind of video essays, which were Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, Rise of Skywalker, as well as like a movie review with Sonic, kind of, and why it's interesting. The Indie Bin stuff, where we reviewed a product, and all the podcasts that people should please watch. Please watch. Aside from the
if you want to, I ain't gonna force
if you want to, yeah, but they're fun. You get to listen to our silly gooses. But on that note, what of our content, considering we've had such different stuff,
excuse me,
do you like? What?
Time Sheriff.
Oh, yeah. What about it?
Your stepchild.
I don't talk to him anymore.
We're making something off of it.
Okay.
It's in pre-production right now.
Mm-hmm.
Time Sheriff is an old short that Keon and I went to a festival with. 30-day action challenge thing.
Yeah.
It was for a festival, and we thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It's literally a sheriff of time, okay? It's the most 80s thing ever.
It really, and it wears it well. And that's the thing is that, like, that was like 2 years ago. We didn't know as much as we know now.
Yeah.
We were shooting on a DSLR mirrorless camera and we wanted crazy colors, and we got it no matter how many things we had to crunch.
Pixels. For it.
But at the same time, like, it is so much fun to watch. Like, gosh,
It's
I enjoy watching
I want
it.
to say it's well paced.
Yeah.
Is a neat idea.
And the soundtrack you
the
laid on there.
soundtrack has to be like the most powerful thing ever.
It really is, especially in the credits.
And we're finally picking it back up.
Mm-hmm.
I personally want to make a series out of it, but again, that's up to the forces that be and to our audiences.
Yeah, if you guys like it.
Did you guys like it?
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, of the stuff that we've made and the stuff that we might still be making, what's the video that brought you here? What's the thing that we don't want to make content where we're like, cool, we made the Sonic video, now we're making a Star Wars video, or vice versa, and people will be like, oh, well, that's a Sonic video, I only care about Star Wars, I won't watch that because I don't care. We want people to not only be interested in like our personalities, we think that we're fun to watch, but also the fact that like we want everybody to be interested enough in our content, like not only what brought you here, like, do you like our video essay stuff, like where we did the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, but do you also like us talking in front of the camera, like the Sonic video or the Exun Cinei Indie Bin video? Do you like us just talking like the podcast episodes? Which ones do you like to watch the most? And on that note, also, if there is a topic that you think like, oh, well, I really like the Sonic video, or I really like the Star Wars video, but I've been watching a lot of The Witcher, so maybe you guys can make a video about that. We would love to get any suggestions on stuff that you guys like, that you would want to see.
Yeah, give us work. I
like that.
We do enough to like for us to do work with, like we research topics that are out there that we find interesting. But what is it that you guys want to see more than anything, or not more than anything, but more of?
Yeah.
Again, we're still brand spanking new.
Yeah.
So we can morph and change it to whatever we want, and that's probably how it's gonna go on forever.
It's been like 5 months barely that we started
Yeah,
this channel,
exactly.
and it's crazy. Thank you guys so much.
Seriously, yeah.
To how much you've helped us grow, how much we have grown, and I'm just excited. I'm excited for when that comes
a big
next.
love you and thank you to all. And on that note, Keon and I have a premiere to go to,
Oh yeah, forgot about.
and
Are you teleporting us
we
away?
We want to thank all of you for being with us. Thank you so much.
Whoa!
Thank you for everything, guys. Love you all. And comment below again what we said, what you want to see more of, what not. And thank you for sticking with us. Love you.
These lights are freaking me out. I'm getting hypnotized. Ooh, red. I like red.
Love you.
Goodbye. I'm gonna stare at the lights a little bit more. Don't leave. Don't leave. They're pretty. Pretty lights. Okay, I'll go.
Leave a like and dislike.
Like and subscribe and stay tuned to find out. That's become our tagline a little bit. Don't approach the camera. Ow! Didn't really do it again. Jeez, dude.